So what are some of the proposed finance bill? Hii nitasema tu haraka haraka. We have discussed this over and over and over. Agency notices during tax disputes. This is a hard one. Stronger debt recovery powers by KRA. So KRA is proposing that if you have tax in dispute, and I mentioned here that when your tax is in dispute, whether objection, tribunal, ADR, courts, high court, you're not supposed to be asked to pay that amount. But they are saying that there are so many of us that are going through this process we were supposed to pay these taxes. So they are saying even if you are at the tribunal, that the objection, they are going to issue agency notice to the bank to recover that money. It is very punitive. I'm hoping some of these things will be removed. Tax amnesty extension, I've mentioned that they want to extend the amnesty for from July to December, the next 6 months, and it is going to cover until December 2025. So we're going to see 2024, we're going to see what happens with that amnesty. We're going to see what will happen. Virtual assets. So they checked to see crypto digital assets reporting framework. They were redoing the framework to cover crypto, Bitcoin, that is to recognize them as virtual assets so that they can be able to charge correct taxes. Taxation of digital finance services. I'm going to mention what the CS yesterday said on some of this. He mentioned a few of tax issues. I'm going to mention them in a minute. And one of it was the digital finance services. So what he mentioned kwa hapo mbele. Shorter filing timelines. Also, he mentioned something about it. So I'll shift to what he mentioned. Shift of tax point for phones. So have you heard about this conversation that when you activate your phone, that is when you're going to be paying the single 25% excess duty? I'm even wondering how that will happen. The moment you activate, you start using the phone. And if you heard what the CS mentioned, that the phone has taxes worth, alisema 45% ama ilikuwa gapi? 55% ama 45. It has 10% excise, VAT, even railway was there. And then they say they are collapsing all that to do 25% excise upon activation. So he was saying that it is a better option. And I wondered, what does that mean? Because I was also wondering how many phones go through the process at the port. How many phones are imported at the port? Most of these phones come from Italy, through the air, they come. I don't know if they pay some of these taxes. So if this will come to the activation, I think it is going to make the phone expensive, because I don't know how many phones pay for those taxes at the point of entry. And I don't know how this will be done. Okay, activate. So who will be paying who? Is it the person selling you who will be sending to KRA, or it is you? Or you can explain there on the chat how will that be happening?